Sri Lanka is currently facing an economic crisis. This was brought on by years of mismanagement of national funds and poor political decisions, and it was further compounded by the massive economic hit brought on by COVID, with tourism being virtually non-existent for 2 years. During that period, the country was facing a severe shortage of foreign exchange, and that resulted in the inability to secure basic essentials such as fuel for transportation and electricity and cooking gas and other essentials. With the modest rupee plummeting to such depths, everyday essentials have become thrice the price over the last few months alone. Living expenses have shot up through the roof, and the crisis has left no one unscathed. Those in the tourism industry have been especially unfortunate. In 2019, with the Easter bombings, tourism came to a standstill. As soon as we started to rebuild slowly, in 2020, COVID came and decimated us. For 2 years, we watched as hotels closed, chauffeur guides sold their cars, and people moved into other industries. But those who hung on had started to rebuild again and recover slowly until we were brought back to our knees by this crisis. With many countries advising against travel to Sri Lanka, travel is heading back to a halt. Having distinct travel seasons, if travel doesn't recover by this summer, July and August, we roll into the off season, which means we will be writing off 8 out of the 12 months this year. This would be devastating in any given year. But at a time when we are struggling to buy essentials, when we have to cut down meals, when we can't get to places because of fuel shortages, when we don't have electricity in our houses, when we don't have the gas to cook our food, or when we are unable to meet our medical needs, this is more difficult than any other time we have faced. Some of you have already reached out to your chauffeur guides and have a vague idea as to what they're going through. The ETG community have always been quick to reach out and respond and help our partners at times of need. Many of you have reached out to us as well, and that is why this fund has been created. While this problem affects everyone, we have to look after our own first and foremost. This fund will allow us to help chauffeur guides and other partners we work with, those who may have reached out to you or those who may have been more reserved, but every pound will go a long way. We thank you for your generosity and urge you to travel to Sri Lanka when it is possible once again, because it will not only help those directly involved with your tour, but the country as a whole.